to show you a quick tutorial on how to do this flower headpiece or flower head crown, whatever you want to call it. It's a huge trend for the summer and I fell in love with it ever since I've seen it all over Pinterest, all over bloggers. I decided to make this out of recycled fabric that I have saved from previous sewing projects because I'm a huge hoarder and I really like to save all my fabric pieces. And it did come out to great use. I'm going to show you how to make it. It's actually really quite simple. It looks complicated, but it's not. So let's get started. So I'll show you the supplies that you'll need. It's only going to be a couple, but you'll need needle and thread. And I already put the thread through the needle right here, so whenever I need to use it, it'll be easy for me to get to it. And I just have little scissors, any kind of scissors, just to cut the thread. What you're going to do is you're going to need some fabric scraps, and I'm just going to use lace. Of course, you could use any colored fabric scraps, anything you really want, really, but I love lace. But I have a lot of these little pieces that you could see. They have really no use for them anymore, but I kept them anyways because I figured I'd use it for something else, and of course I did. I made the beautiful headpiece, so I'm excited that I kept them. And what you're going to need is a long piece of fabric, and this will be your headband. You'll see how it's going to go around your head like that, but later on I'll show you how to attach the flowers to your headband. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a fabric scrap just like this, and you're going to fold once and then fold again. And after you fold it like that, you just start twisting it around your finger. And you don't have to make it perfect at all because the fabric itself will make the flower. And as you can see, if you just tuck in some loose ends, you could see it turns into just a pretty rose. And what you're going to do after that is you're going to take your needle and your thread that you've prepared, and you're just going to go ahead and go straight on through the flower. Just that way it'll stay the rose that it is. And this process, you don't have to make it perfect either because I chose the light color thread so you don't see it. So you could just go on back and forth and you could see that the rose is staying in its shape. And you could turn it to the back right here and just start sewing that piece up just like that. And then of course, if you want to flatten out the rose a little bit more, just play with it a little and just keep on randomly sewing little pieces together so it could stay the shape that you want it to be. And I'm almost done with this one. I'm gonna pull through. Use your scissors and cut, and there you go. You have a pretty little simple rose, and this is the back of it. It's not very pretty at all, but since it's the back, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you can see that the front is pretty cute. It's a cute little rose. Okay, so I went ahead and made another rose with another lace fabric piece, and you can see this is the front and that will be the back. And what you're going to do, since I only made two, you can make as many roses as you want. I just want to make two just to quickly show you how to do it. But with my headband that I made, it's just a couple roses in the front, and the back is just a regular band from other fabrics that I've used. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that long fabric piece from earlier, and you're going to put it around your head and measure how it's going to fit. You want it to just fit comfortably around your head, and you're going to take that off, and from right there you could just tie it really fast. Whoops. Tie it, and then later on we could just sew it together. But just tie it together like that, and then put it back on your head to see if it fits, and it does, which is great. Okay, I'll go ahead and take it off, and what you're going to do is take one of your roses and just place it onto the headband like that, wherever you want to place it. You're going to turn it around to the back side and just start sewing that on. Just like that. Once it's pretty sturdy on there, just go ahead and cut the thread, and I'll show you really quickly that it's turning already into a flower headpiece, a flower crown. So I went ahead and sewed the other flower to the headpiece, and like I said, you could put a lot more flowers. You could put it all around the headpiece or just the front, like how I did on this one right here. So for the back, since you tied it like this, and you want it, if you could leave it tied like this if you would like, but for me, I kind of want it to be a little bit neater in the back, so I'm just gonna hold this piece to the headband and take my needle and my thread and just start sewing it through so that piece doesn't fly around everywhere. And you could randomly sew this as well. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just sew it back and forth. So I'm gonna cut that. And you can see that it lays perfectly flat onto the headband, and you could go ahead and do it to the other side as well, the piece that's loose from it. And then once you're done, it'll just be a simple headband. Cute little flower headband. Well, that's it. So there's your pretty flower headpiece, and you're all ready for summer. I really hope this tutorial was very helpful. If you're interested in keeping up with me in my tutorials, of course you can become a subscriber for my YouTube channel. This was my first video, and so that's why I only have one up, but hopefully will have some more in the future. And I also have a blog called Classy Peach, and also a Facebook page. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.